A lot has happened in the last 24 hours that we thought we should share here before we go on with the vlog. We're right now in Chester. Chester is a little city just outside of Wales. We're on the English side of the country, but Wales is just a few kilometers from here. Our original plan was to come to this part and explore Wales. We had to come here quite early yesterday, but then when we left Lake District, it was just raining so much. It was raining cats and dogs.
We enjoyed the time while we drove through the Lake Districts. There are beautiful mountains and lakes, but when we reached the highway, which was the M6,
we started driving down towards Lancaster. The plan was to get across Lancaster, then Liverpool, and then come here to Ellesmere Port. That's where we spent the night with our friend Mike. But then when we were on the M6, just after Lancaster, a truck that was on the slow lane and we were in the middle lane and there was a fast lane on this side. We were just going at the speed limit. Everything was going fine. We were just passing the truck when something came flying from under the truck, and we were I think at around 60 or 65 miles per hour, which is within the speed limit, but it's a decent speed. And the truck was also about the same, about 55 or so. And then something came flying under, hit the front of the car.
It was like this big. It was black in color, and then it just came. It was like it happened all of a sudden.
It came and hit the front of our car, the Fiat 500 Rosalina. Once it hit the front of the bumper, it bounced off, and we don't know what happened. The trucker began to pull up to the side. We also got onto the hard shoulder and stopped there. And then we got out to see. It was a very messy little site, little in size, but it's messy because we know where this is going to go.
So there's a little dent in the front near the bumper, and then the fog lamp housing, it just flew off. So the fog lamp is still intact, but we know what will happen when we go back, when we return the car.
Because we rented from one of the smaller companies. There was an online company. We booked it through our website. We did buy insurance there, but we know that these small companies, they tend to overcharge people when there's the smallest damage. But it was the cheapest deal we found, and we also bought insurance because we were worried something like this would happen. Yeah. We took such good care of the car. We've taken better care of the car than we've done our own when in India. And for the last 14 plus years of driving on the roads in India, we've never had any issue. We've driven in other parts of the world as well and never had this. And then on such a good road in such a developed country, we never thought that something would come flying off another vehicle or from underneath the vehicle. The trucker says it wasn't his vehicle's part, but we don't know. We don't know how to evaluate that. We couldn't really find a way to, but this is what happened. And then we called the rental car company. We explained what happened. They said, okay, that's something we'll evaluate when you get back. Just share pictures and videos and whatever you have of the incident. And then we did that. We shared pictures and a write-up of what we experienced. Yeah. And now when we go back in 3 days, we have to go return the car, and then we'll know what happens. We're very scared because they already have a £1,500 deposit on our cards, which is like nearly 1.8 lakh rupees or 180,000 rupees. That's a lot of money for us. It's like usually 6 months of stay in any country, for sure. And in the simpler countries. So we're really very anxious. It spoiled our mood so much that we've just not been able to vlog. We walked around Chester. Mike showed us around. We took a few pictures here and there.
Yeah, Chester was a small town. It has a wall in the city center, and inside the wall lives the old town of Chester. The buildings were really old, all white and black in color, just similar to the ones we saw in York and near Shambles. So it was a really interesting small town. Yeah,
we liked it, but we were just still not in the mood for anything more. So that's what has happened in the last 24 hours.
And we have lost our interest to explore the rest of the country until this car thing gets resolved at least.
So we did get insurance. We will know whether we are able to claim it and whether we'll get back all of the money that the rental car company charges us for this, even though it's not our fault. We'll get to know that when we return the car, and I think it takes some time to process. So we will probably share an update on that in one of the next videos where we have clarity around this. This is primarily the reason why you might not see us in the best of our mode today on the vlog. It's just what has happened. So we thought we should tell you.
Well, Mike and his mother just gave us this bag and told this is a little snack for your journey. It has some apples, some sandwiches, some chocolates, and they want to give a kiss. This is nice. So sweet of them.
Quite a few pubs in Chester look amazing on the inside. Classic, man. The famous, like the most famous thing in Chester. Oh, I didn't know. We won!